Hi guys, and welcome back to Romania. How do you feel here?
Really happy to be back. Really happy to be back at the festival and in the country.
What crazy memory do you have from a quarter past midnight adventure?
Oh, here.
Everywhere.
The last time we played this festival, we ended up going out in town and had a very late night with John Newman and the 1975, which was pretty fun. But the whole point of Quarter Past Midnight is that that's when things start to get interesting for us. So tonight at Quarter Past Midnight we'll be on stage, won't we? Yeah.
Guys, you'll be releasing your third album. What can you tell me about it?
It's called Doom Days, and we're super excited about it. It's
You're going to make people dance with this.
yes, we are going to make people dance. Yeah, it goes from starts at Quarter Past Midnight and it ends in the morning, and and it's about escapism, and it's about shutting off from the problems of the world and the problems in your life for the evening, and losing yourself in the sort of fun and dramas of a night out, and the sort of space of an evening. So the sort of love letter to going out in the city that you're from.
I really love your mixtapes. Are you planning on releasing a fourth part to that?
Yeah, this year we have a new one coming out.
And how do you choose the songs? How do you combine them?
Yeah, I think for us it's songs that we love and that we think we can do something different with. Yeah, I think there's no point in doing a cover if you're gonna just copy it. It has to be. I think you have to like. The thing with No Scrubs, it was about like. I don't know. There's something kind of innately ridiculous in taking someone else's song that is so one thing and making it something completely different. And it's sort of all of our choices are meant to be kind of affectionate nods to songs that we love or admire. I think we've done a few kind of 90s dance songs, and I think a lot of those tunes, they were kind of quite beautiful songs, but the production was so like hard and harsh that yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's just a sort of, it's a fun excuse for us to fuck around with other people's songs and experiment with production as well. It's a kind of space for us to try out different sounds that we can then take back to our albums.
If you had like superpowers, what would you change in this wild world?
Whoa, no pressure.
No pressure.
What would we do? Wildfire is a bit of a pain in the arse, aren't they, at the minute? Probably put them out. I guess.
Reverse climate change.
Yes, reverse climate change, that'd be the one. Reverse Brexit.
Yeah, I think so. I think the idea is that the same problems still exist and they're kind of worse, but it's about shutting off from them for a night.
Maybe help people get out of there.
I think so. I think escapism is really important. It's not to be like scoffed at. I think, we're lucky enough to make music as our job, and there's something kind of ridiculous and unreal about that, and we feel very lucky. And I think places like people go see music live, people go to concerts, people go to festivals because it's meant to be a safe space where you can be amongst strangers who all love the same thing, and you can be transported outside of your life for a couple of hours. And I think that's so important, and it's amazing, and it's a really positive thing, and it can be cathartic, and it can be good for your head, so I guess we wanted to make a sort of album. It's a very sad album, but it's also kind of joyous at the same time, I think.
Dan, I know you're a big movie lover. If you could connect one movie with your music, what would that be?
Oh, good question. I don't know. I'd say maybe like Mulholland Drive, just because I love it, and I think it kind of all fits together, but it's a collection of really interesting, idiosyncratic vignettes and scenes that all feel quite different, but they're all kind of tied together. So in that respect, I hope that's sort of what our music's like as well. I think we are able to try lots of different things, but it's kind of held together by the fact that we make it.
And you?
Top Gun. Top Gun 2's coming soon. I'm excited for this.
Is that real?
Yeah, started shooting.
Speaking about the teenage years, what kind of music shaped you, or it was your favorite artist or band?
I don't know. I think
Nostalgic.
yeah, I loved Lauryn Hill and the Fugees when I was growing up. Yeah, that both the score and the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, both of those records for me were just like life changing. Yeah, so much stuff. Like a lot of the music my parents used to listen to, like Paul Simon and the Beatles and Bowie and you know, so many of those like massive iconic artists just wrote amazing song after amazing song, and I think that taught me a lot about songwriting and trying to tell stories in songs. What about you, Wood?
Always well into things like Queens of the Stone Age and Muse, all kind of slightly noisier stuff. But then, much the same as Dan, like obviously you kind of influenced by what your parents are playing as well. I used to play with my dad in various bands in my hometown as well, so yeah, kind of forced to listen to a few songs and learn them as well. But yeah, I think just everything really. Like, I think we all have pretty broad tastes.
And one last quick question. Dan, I know you're one of those artists that write about other things than yourself.
Yeah.
Why is that? Do you feel like more comfortable?
I don't. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of autobiography in our songs, I think, but it's just I never wanted it to be like a diary. You know, like some people, I think, use music as a way to like get things off their chest that they can't say otherwise or whatever, or as a kind of cathartic way to get through relationship issues and stuff. And I think there's a lot of like elements of things that have happened to me and us, and you know, in our music, but I'm just maybe sort of less explicit about it. And I quite like thinking of each song as a little different like world or story, and it's quite a nice way for me to sort of escape and be creative and be a bit of a writer.
Guys, thank you, and see you tonight. It was a pleasure.
Thanks.